Good evening. Welcome to the live stream. We're back. It is Saturday. It is just gone 9 p.m. here in the UK. Oh, that's really loud in my ears. Turn that down a bit. There we go. Hope you're all doing well. We're back with some more Mass Effect 3 multiplayer after I was being away from the computer last week. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're having a great weekend. I'm just going to get us set up here and then I'll jump into the Discord chat. There is a link in the description if you want to come join the Discord. We hang out there, we chat everything from Mass Effect to Dragon Age to the universe and everything in between. So Curtis is here, doing well. Matea, nice to see you. Thank you for joining. Leroy is here as well. I think I saw you in the Discord chat as well. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, if this is your first time here, I do make videos on Mass Effect. I say that I'm going to be making videos on Dragon Age, but I haven't actually got any playthrough done yet. I keep putting it off. Too many games to play at the minute. But why am my connection to that not working? Never a good sign, is it? Multiplayer stream and you can't connect to the multiplayer server. There we go. But yeah, so I will get around to do some Dragon Age content at some point. But I have got it's a beefy one. It's about a 10-minute long video, which is double what I normally do. But that's coming out this week. I'm in the editing process of that, so that should be out on Tuesday or Wednesday of this week. Quite an interesting one. I think you'll like it. So look out for that. Right, I'm going to jump into the Discord and see who we've got playing with us today. There we go. Curtis is there. Our Cerberus guy, Manning, he just said that he'll be around for a bit, but not like the full stream, I think. So, and Craig, I think he said that was we might be back for the last hour. So I believe, oh yeah, there, wonderful. I haven't seen Diana either, so I'm gonna assume that she's not available. I think Orsar said he wanted a game.
As always, Origin don't let me in. I gotta reboot again. Like always. I'll be back, Tim.
No worries.
It was working a while ago. Now it's doing its thing on me.
I've got a Rusty on my friends list and I don't know who that is. Anyway, while they're have we got enough? We haven't got enough to buy a new character, so we'll get some. I'm here in the first match. Yeah, you're in the first match, Manning. Just let us know when you need to hop out. Oh, and I still haven't updated that Streamlabs notifications. Equipment pack. So we tried out some Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer earlier in the week. It was alright, it's not too bad. No time for Doomed, yeah, looks that way. Especially if Manning wants to play as Asari. Things always turn unlucky if Manning plays as Asari. Maybe we need to ban him from playing as Asari.
I think we did last Wednesday. I finally did win a silver match with that one Asari I really like. The other four Asari I'm always fine. It's just that one was like cursed for like a month and a half.
I think I unlocked an Asari. Or was that on the? That might have been on the Andromeda playthrough. Sentinel.
Hey, it worked.
Oh, we're on a bronze match, are we? No, we're on silver. Oh, we've won it. I do apologise. I didn't read that properly. Um. Hey there, Terry. Your vote was a piece of PC Master Race. Ah, Diana's here. Nice to see you, Diana.
Yeah.
Put your bail
PC
on us.
Master Race is definitely a thing.
It definitely is, yeah.
Are you going to invite me, or should I try to find you?
I did invite you. I think I did
Oh,
anyway.
I didn't get a notification.
There we go. Try it again.
All right, I got it that time. Also, just a bit of quick medical advice. I would not recommend sleeping 6 hours over 3 days.
Yeah, it can mess you up a little bit.
Just a little. I mean, I'm somehow still functioning, but yeah.
Just new baby syndrome.
Well, she made an appointment for Monday to see exactly what it is, but she talked to a nurse on the phone last night, and it's nothing serious. Basically, they've ruled it down to one of three things. Either A, it's morning sickness, B, it's something to do with just like her body not reacting well to being pregnant again so soon after the last one, or C, it's just a really bad cold. But everything's fine.
Yeah.
She had 3 bowls of chicken soup and she's passed out and she's fine.
Ah.
It's nothing to worry about.
Well, I hope she gets better soon.
Yeah, Terry, you might be right. It could be all of the above.
Is there an Asari Justicar that you can unlock?
Technically, the game calls all 5 Asari a Justicar. There's 2 Adepts, an Infiltrator, a Vanguard, and a Sentinel. Some of them have different names, but the game treats them all, or technically calls them all Justicars, regardless of what their name is.
Right, I'm going to try one then. Charge, stasis, and lift grenade.
Oh, thanks, Terry. I'm like I said, she'll be fine. It's
I'm
nothing serious. She's just like exhausted and super sick, but she's sleeping, so I'm gonna leave her alone. And again, she's going to see a doctor on Monday, and it's nothing to worry about. She's just sick.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll get you in the next one, Diana.
I
Sorry.
have so many targeting VIs.
Apologies for the wait.
Hey, Asar.
Yeah, I need to build my guy up anyway. I don't have anything right off.
Are you having mic issues, Asar, or am I just an idiot and can't hear you?
I can't hear him either.
I think he's got it on mute.
Hold on, let me switch to German. Schontag.
Do we have a question to discuss? I didn't actually think of one, to be fair, because I forgot to put the title card up. So, let's think of a question. Oh, hello. In fact, Terry, what would you like? What question would you like us to discuss? Ooh.
Sorry, man. I didn't mean to shoot you there.
It's okay.
I'm interested in you. Well, that's the interest in the Liara's, the baddie in the next game. That is the video that's coming out this week. Be sure to check out the channel on that one. I believe she might be.
That would be like the most amazing thing ever, but it reminds me of like, I feel like I don't know if BioWare has balls big enough to do that.
I mean, it would make pretty many people pretty bad communities.
Would it though? Because it's weird, because like everyone's like, oh, Liara's like the greatest character ever, but then when you actually are like, oh, do you romance her? I'm like, no, she's too clingy, I hate her. It's like, she's like such a weird, everyone loves her and hates her at the same time in equal measure. It's kind of odd.
I just do not romance characters, but that might be a me thing.
Contact!
Matea, I can answer that question very quickly. I can't just jump in and play a DLC. It's one of my character flaws, I think. I'm going to play this DLC. I have to start from the beginning and play the entire game. So I'll have to start with Origins and then Awakenings and then Dragon Age 2, then Inquisition, and then I can play Trespasser.
Yeah, that was basically Matea, like a whole bunch of word salad for just he's like never going to play Trespasser.
Well, I will, because I want to make videos on Dragon Age as well. And with Dragon Age, with Dreadwolf coming out, I'm going to need to know what I'm talking about.
I love that I just killed 2 cannibals through a wall with 1 shot of this pistol.
Here's the question I came up with. Who's a better Admiral, Anderson or Hackett? Ooh.
Hackett by a mile.
Oh. Hackett is pretty good.
Yeah.
Hackett is cool because, like I don't think people give him enough credit. Like, do you... Like, imagine, like, being, like, if Mass Effect were real. Like, the cojones on him in Mass Effect 2 to literally leave his post and come by himself onto a Cerberus ship, Shepard aside, onto a Cerberus ship, just to talk and discuss what's going on and admit, yes, I don't like Cerberus, but they're actually doing some good, so I can play nice. Whereas Anderson literally treats you like anathema and won't even talk to you.
Good job I can't use the grenade on myself, innit?
Oh yeah, great. Also, I got my microphone support, by the way. I think you noticed.
Will you stop getting hurt?
Or maybe not.
can't get to you.
Husks are so annoying.
They sneak up on you, do they? I was playing this the other day. I had about
target.
5 or 6 hooks around me, out of nowhere.
They're not even bad. It's just that they jump on you and then you can't do anything for 5 seconds and you get shot.
I mean, it's funny when their like grab attacks save you
Kid's
from
being
a
attacked by
dash.
one.
Like, I just had to use 4 Metagel because every time I, like, stood up, a husk just jumped on me and the same Marauder stood there and shot me.
Ah, that's cheeky.
Close one.
Nobody hates Lara.
Mid clip. Down.
Oh, come on. Stun locked.
Uh-oh.
Is it still just me and you?
Yeah, it's you two guys.
Oh, got no ammo.
Is it just me or do ops packs sometimes not work?
I noted that. That's what I thought it was just my control pad.
That was pathetic.
What wave are we on?
Like, we haven't even gotten to brutes yet. That was just like a couple cannibals and marauders.
Wave 4. Blimey.
Fair enough, I will do better. I am sorry, it will happen again.
Ich wollte nur zur Ausschuss gehen.
Funny thing is, I completely died because I used the wrong skill. Which is very...
I suppose I kind of handicapped this character because both of his guns are one shot and then you have to reload. I mean, they are, I guess, admittedly ridiculously powerful, but still. Yeah, I quite like Liara as well. She's not my favorite, but I do quite enjoy. Like, I love her story arc.
I like Liara. Must admit.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's... I always found it... I mean, I guess maybe... I don't know if cliche is the right word, but it's cool how, like, she starts off as, like, this nerdy before she's afraid of her own shadow, and then by the end of the third game, she's, like, this stone-cold badass that would, like, just as soon kill you as go eat a sandwich or have lunch.
One more.
She's no Morinth, but she's my second... Actually, no, hold on. Actually, I think Morinth is my favorite Asari, and then I guess Liara and PB would tie for second. I don't know if how I would second and third them.
Who was that?
Oh, no, 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 no.
Uh-oh. Help! I got a brute and a Benji behind me. I gotta get him. Holy crap. Well, I'm gone. Banshee got me. I mean,
Oh, I'm kind of
two
cornered.
against one. That wasn't fair. That's what I was.
Was there not a Banshee there? I swear I saw a Banshee.
Yeah, there was a Banshee. There still is one.
Yeah.
No, but I fired a missile and it didn't kill
And
anything.
there's a brute there too.
Yep.
There we go.
I was
Look,
just
I'm not
fighting
that
a
tired.
guy.
I can't be that tired that I'm imagining Banshees.
Sounds like your spooky nightmares are catching up to you.
Enemy neutralized.
Sleep is for the weak.
Yeah, and who said
Hey
that?
there, Craig.
Isn't there a famous saying? It's like, whatever kills me makes me stronger.
Yes, definitely. No, but who said sleep is for the weak? Tell me who that quote is from. Oh, shite! Ah, there was a... there was a
Why
fucking
can't you
carrot.
heal while you're switching weapons? That is my question.
Oh, you're both down. All three of you down.
I tried to heal, but because I was switching to my rocket launcher, it wouldn't let me heal.
Oh, no. No, run away, run away, run away.
Up to Tim now.
Get off the wall.
Yeah, I need to go back to the Devastator.
Oh, there's too many of them.
There is in fact too many.
Come back, Diana. All is forgiven.
Yeah, Leroy, I understand why some people think she's like quote-unquote clingy, and that like she's kind of forced on you.
Is it?
And I know it's kind of creepy, like in the third game when she literally bugs your cabin to like spy on you. But
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
still
kinda sus.
really like her arc.
Ow.
Skywalker, there's too many of them. What are we going to do? Wait, wrong game. Wrong series. Wrong franchise.
If you pull this off, Tim, I will pay for some room temperature gin for you.
Room temperature.
I'll hold you to that.
Yeah, that's all British people drink room temperature, or I believe they call it tepid gin.
No, no, no!
I've seen enough British sitcoms that I basically understand the entire country.
Oh, missed him.
Oh,
Get behind cover. Okay, I'm gonna run
Are
for
you
it.
trying to melee a brute through a box, or is my thing lagging?
Ah, but controls are going all haywire.
That's why you play with mouse and keyboard.
Right.
Hashtag PC Master Race.
No, you don't. What's... Oh, right, yeah, no, it's me. Pushing the wrong button.
You're aware that every time you do your heavy melee, it takes away some of your barriers, right?
No.
Now you are.
Now you are.
Oh, how many is left?
Just worry about the Ravager. The rest of it will take care of itself. Ravagers are annoying as hell.
Yeah, that's why I usually play the N7 Devastator, because that guy just melts down Ravager like no one's business.
Ugh.
Oh shite, there's the second one.
Ravagers aren't as bad as Scions, but they're close.
Yeah, I mean they don't get you behind cover. That's a really big plus.
If you like romancing Tally, Leroy, don't go on Reddit because they say romancing her is evil.
What? Okay.
You're making me sweat doing this, guys.
So apparently, according to Reddit, because Shepard is so much older than Tally, and she's an alien serving on a human ship, that there's like this crazy between the age difference and the power imbalance. Like, she's just like a young Quarian on her pilgrimage, and Shepard's like the captain of a ship, and she's serving on his ship as an alien. That apparently creates a super creepy power imbalance that almost means Shepard, like she has to romance him, and like Shepard forces her to. Like, I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole again. But yeah, if you're interested, Reddit thinks romancing Tally is creepy.
Yeah, some people just want to see problems everywhere they go.
Reddit's a hellhole anyway.
Clear.
That is true.
Right, can we like not be dying next time, please?
I'm trying, okay?
I was trying to take my missile launcher out to kill a brute, and it wouldn't let me heal.
And Mateo,
But I will try not to die, Tim.
I'm not used to not having
Just
bonus
javelin time.
shields.
I haven't got any health left. And Mateo, that must cancel out all my Oh no, run away. Oh, yeah, that must cancel out my all my
Got one over
deaths.
there too. Whoops.
Thank you, Mateo. Thank you.
That Banshee is falling.
For the amount of stim packs I just used, my Turian must be high as a kite.
I'm here.
Wait, Banshee? Where the fuck that Banshee come from?
Cut it out.
Uh-oh. That Marauder snuck up behind me.
Ah, both of you dead.
I 100% agree with you, Leroy. Like, I used to be like, back in like the day, I lived on Reddit, and now I like literally never go there, except if like for very specific circumstances, because I can't stand almost anyone on that website anymore.
Is that for all day, Mateo, or is that just for this one mission?
Got it.
You see, that's the funny thing, Craig, because like, it's not that they're not really comparable, but like I'm 7 years older than my wife too, and that's the same age difference between Shepard and Tally. And I mean, like, age is really just a number. It's dumb. Like I said, like Osar said, people just look for problems.
Got it.
There's a whole bunch of Ravagers on the ramp over there.
Oh yeah. There's another stuff there. Can you detonate burning guys? Because I can make them burn, but I can't detonate it because I'm not close enough. And they're immune to energy drain.
Got one of them.
Who designed this guy? This move specifically had it out for me.
Oh, thank you, Mateo. It was terrifying for me too. I'll be quite gutted if we don't get past. Oh my word!
So we get all this way and then you just like die because you like get melted by a swarmer.
Well, I just kind of ran into a Ravager.
Get Javelin to the rescue.
Oh shh. Big guys. Oh shit! I just did. That's not supposed to do that. Oh, there's a husk.
Don't come down here.
Oh yeah,
There's
I
a brute
just
and a
noticed.
Ravager on top of each other.
Very cool. Oh, you also can't use.
There's too many of them.
Oh yeah, I see. That's an issue. Ah,
All I wanted was ammo.
Uh-oh. Hello.
Oh no. Oh no, also
Yeah.
still
Trying to get to
alive.
you guys.
Terry, when we met, I was 27 and she was 20. Which, I mean, I guess... Actually, I think... Wouldn't that be the same ages as Shepard and Tali in Mass Effect 1? I mean, like...
Ah.
Although you can't romance Tali in Mass Effect 1, but still.
I was terrible at this round. I'm sorry, guys. I let you down.
Never
I'm
mind.
gonna tell you, I'm 6 months from turning 40, so you're super
I
young,
tried to
don't
heal
worry.
you.
We'll get Diana now. She'll come and show us how it's done.
I tried to heal you, but I got killed.
I would have been fine if it wasn't for that wave 3, where I got, like, husked to death and used all my metagel in, like, one wave.
Within like 30 seconds.
I literally had to rev myself 4 times in about 45 seconds. It was stupid.
Perfect.
I'm going to stick with this Asari, actually, I think. I do need some more equipment, though. Yeah, let's have some explosive rounds.
See, and the sad thing about that, though, Leroy, is how many people either A, missed that cutscene, or B, didn't realize that that was Joker's sister.
Yeah. That's it. You need to be listening, don't you, for that?
Oh yeah, I was blown away when I found that out.
I was
And then,
really
especially
annoyed.
the part where, like, if you go, you can go to the Spectre office and actually allow that Asari to be allowed a gun, and then she immediately commits suicide. I mean,
Yep.
like, it's the darkest thing ever.
But you can't tell Joker as well. That I don't know why they didn't do that. You thought if you'd found out about that you'd want to. You should be allowed to tell Joker what happened to his sister.
It's like I haven't been that depressed since I watched Requiem for a Dream. I actually really liked Steve Cortez as a character. I mean, like, he's not super interesting, but I mean, like, I get why he's there. And, I mean, he actually reminds me a lot of Gil from Andromeda. And I don't hate him. He's not super interesting, but I don't hate him, and I do kind of feel bad for him, I guess.
It was very quick quick turn though, wasn't he? You know, 1 minute he's crying over his dead husband, and the next minute he's wanting to jump into bed with you.
Centurion!
I know, but I mean, like, I will say, like, I've done the romance with him, and it is kind of touching, like, when you go meet him at that wall thingy in the refugee camp, where he, like, just puts, like, the auto recording up and, like, finally lets go.
God dang it.
I will say, as far as the gay romances go, I much preferred Cadence, though.
Okay.
Clear!
Enemy is still active. Stay alert. Here they come.
Oh, sorry, Craig. I didn't realise that you were playing. I thought you were out and about.
I'm hit!
Oh. Right, playing Andromeda multiplayer has completely confused me.
Oh yeah, playing different games does kill them. Really does.
Andromeda, you just walk up to cover and it gets you into cover automatically.
Stay alert. Enemy is
This one you have to push a button to go into cover.
I don't mind Andromeda's multiplayer. My biggest issue with it, though, was how, like, all the characters kind of felt sort of samey. Like, you could change them, but they all just felt like they were just different variations of the same thing.
good work. Now get back to the extraction.
There's a lot of jumping. I mean, the maps do serve the jumping quite well. I'll give them that. But yeah, there is a lot of jumping about and
Oh yeah, the movement abilities and stuff in Andromeda are amazing.
Member has gone dark. Good job. Get back to the evac zone.
God.
Hang on.
Team member has gone dark.
Hang on.
get into cover, Curtis.
That's what I'm trying to do. They keep getting me.
I like
Dang
the
Guardian.
automatically getting in cover mechanic from Andromeda, actually. It's actually really good. And it doesn't, like, stick you to cover like glue, like the old games do. Which is a huge step up in my opinion.
I like the fact that you can. Oh yeah, I suppose you can do it in this as well. They kind of shoot from cover, but in Andromeda they kind of just stick the gun over the top of it, rather than actually pop up, pop out. I agree with you there, Lou. I do. I like being able to control when they use their abilities.
Yeah, right. In Andromeda, you can't actually control your teammates. I think.
No, you can tell them where to shoot and where to stand, but that's it.
Yeah, that's kind of... Why did they remove
Man,
that?
if I had a nickel for every time I was like, Joel, just use overload. Please use overload.
Honestly, most of the time I don't even put points in my crew. Like, they're just like level 1 bots running around. I'm just confused. Just standing around here. What? They don't do anything. Why should I upgrade them? Maybe they don't do anything because I can upgrade them. Hey, that's neither here nor there.
Liam gets a pass for being like the biggest dude bro ever, though. Like, I have mad respect for a guy who wears khakis into combat. I mean, there's just khakis, but they're still khakis.
Bogeys incoming.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Part of you has to admit that that's pretty cool.
Squad member offline.
I must be near the end of Andromeda now, Craig.
You haven't done Liam's loyalty mission, and that's, like, I feel like I should charge you with a war crime.
Well, I think what I'm going to do is do the loyalty missions on my own playthrough rather than the stream playthrough.
Enemy forces down to half.
What happened last time you played? I haven't caught up yet.
I got to Meridian, then they found out it's not Meridian.
Locate the
Fair
object and bring it
I wouldn't say almost done.
Ah,
I would say closer to the end than the beginning.
gotcha.
Green light on object. Good job. You're looking for a lost gift.
Turret's down.
Locate the object and bring it back.
Yeah, that's why I hid.
Outstanding. Get back to the evac zone. Object has been drunk. Good job. Get back to the evac zone. Object is lost.
Whoever has the thing, you should probably take the lower route, because there's a whole bunch of turrets up here.
Yeah, I just found out.
Oh,
Good work. Now get back to the extraction zone. Object evacuated. Get back to squad. Good work. Now get back to the extraction zone.
I'm going to another direction.
You just gotta start using cover.
Clean sweep. Well done.
Clear!
Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload. Enemy force approaching.
You should try it, Leroy. I mean, like, it's nowhere near as good as this multiplayer, but it's still quite enjoyable. I mean, like, it's kind of cliche. It's just a bunch of, like, you get you and 3 randos doing horde mode, but I mean, it's still pretty good.
And it's a bit weird though. There's only 7 waves, not 10.
Yeah, it's much shorter, isn't it, Tim?
Yeah. But it was nice to play on different maps, I must admit.
Like, I know people were joking that it was just a way for, like, EA to try to sell you loot boxes for real money, but I think it's actually, like the game itself, a lot better than people give it credit for.
Oh, that wasn't clever. That wasn't clever. That wasn't clever.
Team member has gone dark.
I thought I didn't realise it was a turret.
Squad member needs help.
Thank you, thank you.
One second.
Also, since the Protheans are no longer mysterious, since we, actually talk to them, I feel like the Remnants are the next new, cool, mysterious, overpowered alien race. That makes me enjoy them a lot, because I like the mystery.
Well, like I said, I'm not
Ancient
going to
forgotten
say
tech
anything
angle.
because Tim hasn't finished it yet, but where Andromeda leaves off is like an amazing point for like a jumping off point for like an Andromeda 2.
Yeah, I agree. Like, they definitely wanted to make Andromeda 2. I mean, they didn't even release the DLC because people hated it so much for zero reason. Well,
Hell,
not
they
zero reason, but
They
very good.
definitely wanted to make DLC for Andromeda, but unfortunately Twitter made them not.
But it was supposed to be the start of a new trilogy, wasn't it?
I don't know about that. Could be.
But yeah, it
I mean, it makes sense. Yeah.
because it wasn't Shepard. People went, "Oh, hello."
Yeah, and like, not to kick a dead horse, but again, the crowd who were like, I hate Andromeda because Shepard's not in it, really annoyed
I'm
me.
here. I know
Oh, yeah,
you.
for sure. Like, yeah, Shepard was objectively the cooler protagonist. Like, there's no denying that. But just because you already had the perfect protagonist, you basically had to step down for Andromeda. Because Shepard was already, like, extremely amazing.
I would legitimately be curious to know how many people who played the trilogy and picked the destroy ending still had Shepard die, just because like the only way you can even get that cutscene where you see like Shepard take a breath at the end is if you have like an astronomically enormous EMS. So I'm betting probably something like at least 80% of people who played the trilogy never got that ending, just because even if they picked destroy.
I mean, I
I'm here.
literally only picked Destroy once, and it was to get exactly that ending. Honestly,
Destroy
you
is
get-
objectively the worst ending, but yeah,
Yes,
still.
I agree. Even the one where Shepard quote-unquote lives, because, in my opinion, he will die because nobody will come to save him, and he's mortally wounded. So even if he survives the initial explosion, he will just die of eternal bleeding or some other shit. Because nobody will come to rescue him, because there's nobody who can come to rescue him. That's just my take. Says something very absolute, but that's
No,
just
it's like the exact same. No, I agree with you because that's like the exact same opinion I have about like curing the genophage. It's like, does anyone like as awesome and amazing as Rex and Evar? Does anyone honestly think their reign's going to last longer than 5 minutes once?
yes, because those are going to make sure it will.
I mean, like Garrus even makes the joke about, oh, he's like, LOL, we should hire Rex a food taster, and I'm like, yeah, you should, because literally every other one of the Krogan you ever talk to wants to kill him. His own father and brother both tried to kill him.
Missed him.
you got him.
Enemy is regrouping.
Yeah.
Nope.
Turret's down.
He's not gonna give up.
Our signal boosters established planetside are offline. Find the targets and get them running.
Cover me.
I mean, it's not hard, Craig, but I'm not sure I would call it easy either.
Target greenlit. Team member has gone dark.
But yeah, I love all the who is making sure that X and Y play nice arguments in discussing Mass Effect endings, because, well, it's my giant murder robot army that's making sure everyone is playing nice. What are you talking about?
Half the squad member.
Well, I mean, like, that's the thing is, over and above, I mean, like, yes, the control ending is the quote-unquote Cerberus ending, and everyone's going to expect me to, that's why I picked it. But the reason I pick it is more just because it's the only ending that literally leaves everything as is, and then you just trust the races to, like, figure it out. I mean, like, and to me that seems like the most diplomatic way to do it.
Yeah, and if somebody is like really fucking it up, you can say, nope, we don't do that. That's of course trusting Shepard to be the reasonable person, which a lot of people in their playthroughs prove the exact opposite, but I'm only vouching for
Ow.
myself.
If I was making the decision for just myself, I would pick Synthesis, because I love that, but I like, it's just, I could never justify doing it, even, I'm pretty sure the developers wanted that to be the quote-unquote good ending, but I could never justify it just because I'm like, you're forcing an enormous change on literally trillions of people who probably don't want it.
Didn't they mess with the colours though? In the ending, did I?
I don't know, maybe we're all overthinking this and the canon ending was supposed to be just shooting the kid.
Honestly based.
Just have everyone die. I mean, this isn't, it is an opera after all anyway.
Some good work down there.
I mean, honestly, shooting the kid is such an initial knee-jerk reaction that I would expect so many people to have. I find it almost cruel that that can generate an ending.
I wish the cutscene, if you do shoot the kid, was just a little bit longer by like maybe 30 or 40 seconds, just to show a little bit more of like the new Earth, or not Earth, the new galaxy, like 50,000 years from when the games take place, because like it would be cool to see like a little bit of a hint of something.
Yeah, I mean, on one hand that would be cool, on the other hand they probably didn't have time to figure it out with the ending already being rushed and stuff. Also, I mean, it's just not a very satisfying ending. Also, I mean, you think that shooting NPCs, a thing that has never worked in Mass Effect, like shooting a peaceful end, has never worked before. This one is a ghost too. Why the fuck would it work on this one particular instance? Like, it's just such a cruel joke that devs played on all the trigger-happy players. It's insane.
I don't even know. Would you technically even quantify the shooting the kid ending as an Easter egg, or do you think it's like a legitimate thing that people they just assume would figure out?
What we're supposed to be doing, because we've only got like 20 seconds left to do it.
Squad member offline.
Are we supposed to be bringing a package back?
The shuttles will come up. No, a
Oh,
shuttle
no.
was to pick us up.
Run. No!
Yeah.
The shuttle's here.
Oh, it's the shuttle.
Oh shit, you
I
got
don't even
it.
know what wave we were on.
Hey, Giovanni.
Hi there, Giovanni. Right. Break through enemy shields. Ooh, yeah, let's have some of that.
Okay.
Matteo, we know you only come here to see Diana play. It's fine. We can take it.
I thought she came here to watch you play Trespasser.
Right, yeah. Let's jump right back into it then.
You think it's too late to message?
That is the real star. She is, to be fair. She is.
You think it's too late to message Ubisoft and tell them, hey, can we get an 8-player mode for Mass Effect 3 multiplayer?
Can we just message Ubisoft and just tell them to bring back Assassin's Creed Brotherhood's multiplayer? Because if you've never done that, that was amazing, and I'm still mad that they got rid of it.
I've never played that.
It's so fun where you're just like creeping around with like 4 or 6 or however many other players, and no one knows who anyone else is, and you have to find the other assassins and then assassinate them while also trying to blend in so they don't assassinate you. I mean, that's an overly simplistic way to describe it, but it was like crazy fun.
Oh yeah, I remember AC4 multiplayer being similar to that. I never understood that one. It was a very weird game.
We've lost a strategic location.
I tried it out, Matteo, but
This zone needs to be locked down. Incoming hostile
yeah,
forces.
the stream got copyright claimed, so. But it's a lot different to this, isn't it? It's you've got to. It's like playing a proper level. Where you've got.
Yeah, but the cool thing with Inquisition's multiplayer is you could like import your other characters. So like, you could be Isabella or whoever.
Yeah, I was quite disappointed she wasn't in the main game, and they made a model for her and everything for the multiplayer.
I mean, I don't know why anyone would want to play as Isabella because she's awful, but you could do it.
I like Elisabella.
Oh, we should play the Space Marine multiplayer of the like 2008 Warhammer Space Marine game. That's ridiculous.
Speaking of old Warhammer games, if anyone owns a PlayStation 2 still, there's a game called Fire Warrior where you play as a young Tau, and it's absolutely incredible, and I'm not going to say anything more to not spoil it.
No, I unfortunately only have a PlayStation 1.
And in tabletop Warhammer, I play Tau because I'm a space communist.
Yep. Yep, dumbass weeaboo space communists. Let's go.
But it's okay because my wife plays Tyranids, so at least I'm better than that.
Honestly, my main knowledge about 40k is A, moves, and B, the fact that orcs can make everything they believe come true because orcs. Like, there's not.
Sorry, I
even
had a
real moves.
flamethrower going and I didn't catch what you said, Osar.
Nah. I said my 40k knowledge is limited to memes and the fact that orcs can like make everything happen they believe in because orcs.
Oh, so you're just like that guy who, like, every time someone says something on a forum you don't like, you just post a heresy meme.
Yes. I am exactly that guy. How did you figure that out?
I'm gonna need 2 bolters for this level of heresy.
Gonna need a heavy flamer for this heresy.
Brother, get the flamer. The heavy flamer. Actually, that's funny because the character I'm playing right now, this Geth, has a flamer. so I should make Warhammer jokes constantly throughout this match.
It says you're a heretic. Is that good?
Oh, I wonder, would that make this Geth a heretic?
No. It would not make it a heretic because it has a flamethrower. The ones that don't have flamethrowers are the heretics. Clearly. I actually have a meme on my phone.
That's a lot of heresy, Leroy, if you need 2 cups of coffee.
Oh shit. Like, there's a Geth with its Omni tool out, and another Geth with red eyes, and the caption of the image just says, the codex says you're a heretic. I don't know why I have this meme, but it's kind of fun.
The
Also-
Imperium of Man is objectively awful, though. I will say that. Although
Yeah, but
orcs
fun.
are worse.
But fun.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, sure, if you want to worship and treat, like, a 400,000-year-old dead corpse of a mummy as a god, then sure.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. And if I don't
Yeah,
know,
40k does that to people.
Last one.
I imagine, like, we're just talking like this and, like, everybody else has no idea what's going on.
yeah, pretty much.
Anyways, to get back on topic. What do you think about them removing the heavy weapon slot from Mass Effect 3, and why was it stupid?
It was stupid, and I hated that, like, your only opportunity to use heavy weapons was, like, occasion. It was, like, 90% of DLCs. You just, like, find, like, a Geth Spitfire or a Reaper Blackstar or something. It's just so dumb.
Look at that. Brilliant.
Although, am I the only one when you played Mass Effect 2? Like, maybe it's because I played so much Resident Evil when I was a kid. I literally never used heavy weapon ammo because I would always save it. Because I'm like, I'll need it later. But then I would just never end up using it.
Yeah, it's exactly what I'm doing at the minute.
Nah, I'm always out of it because I always use it against the Praetorians, I think. That's what they called. You know, the big guys with the laser eyes and a lot of skulls in their mouth. Yeah, those guys.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the laser craps.
Yes.
Hiya,
very
Hollywood
accurate.
guy. Trying to get a platinum in Andromeda. It's going to be a tragedy. Yeah. All help. All good luck to you, man. I wouldn't have the patience to do that.
Some fine work, team. Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping.
I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, Matea, but back when I was like 15 in 1998, I loved the original Baldur's Gates and Icewind Dale. And then I think it was 2004 when Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance came out on the GameCube. I also really liked that, even though I kind of hated there was no character customization on it.
I've never played Baldur's Gate, but isn't the latest one still in like early access and stuff?
Wait.
Artemis Entreri was Kai Lang before Kai Lang became Kai Lang.
Ah, interesting. Wasn't Baldur's Gate the one where the devs complained to their player base that they only make videos, or that they
Oh yeah, that was the
overwhelmingly
new
make
one. They were like,
characters?
too many people are making white men, and then I was like, well, what? Like that's people are just creating themselves. I mean, like, I don't understand the issue here.
Ah yes, the majority of
Get off the wall!
you know what Get Off the Wall reminds me of? Saren's boss fight. God, that was annoying.
Still in early access, but hopefully it'll be out soon.
Strength.
I know, I think Jackdaw plays it, doesn't he?
Solarian STG.
Did you ever play the Icewind Dale games, Mateo, or just only Baldur's Gate?
Got it. Go, go, go.
You're in. Stay close to maintain connection.
Question is, do you need to play the other Baldur's Gate to understand what's going on in Baldur's Gate 3?
You kind of, I mean, like, that's weird because, like, Forgotten Realms, like, everything's so intertwined. They're all standalone, but you get so much more out of it if you read the books and then play the games, if that makes sense. Like, they're all standalone, but it's just like the experience is just a million times better if you read the books and play the other games.
Yeah.
I'm hit.
Because the original ones are
Like-
quite old now, aren't they?
Yeah, like, even more so than this, like, Forgotten Realms has existed for, like, forever. Like, at least since the 80s.
I did mod Andromeda once. I removed one mod causing crashes and never had a problem. I've never modded
Like-
Andromeda.
Like, Baldur's Gate takes place in the same universe as Forgotten Realm, or, yeah, Neverwinter Nights, sorry. And if you've ever, which ironically was another BioWare game, or at least the original 2002 one was. I think the 06 one was Obsidian. But yeah, there's like, it's just Forgotten Realms is such an interesting universe. And that's like the only Dungeons and Dragons I do.
Enemies down. Good shooting. Enemy is still active. Stay alert. Bogeys incoming.
Copy that.
No, you don't. Absolutely do not need to play the other Baldur's Gate games. There are some ties to the original games, but it's like The Witcher 3. You can think about what happened before. Hey there, Dot Voice.
Shields down. They got
Ah,
Squad member down.
down.
Team member is hurt.
how hard's modding Legendary Edition? It's easy, really easy. Yeah, you just need a copy of the Mass Effect ME Tweaks mod manager. You just drag and drop.
Team. Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping. Enemies inbound.
Spotted him.
I've got a video on the channel, Leroy. Tells you how to do it.
Got it.
I've been playing the Batman games I got here a while back.
How you finding it, Curtis?
I kind of like it. Got that guy, Kevin Conway, is that his name? Did the voice of the animated series. He does the
Yeah.
voice in the back.
Thank you.
So far, it's pretty easy. Okay.
Which game have I platinumed? I've been none. I don't do platinum games.
Enemy neutralized.
No, I'm past the point of getting cross and breaking controllers because stupid difficulties. I play games for the story and just for fun now. These.
Not a drop of completionist in your soul.
Nope.
That's fair enough. I only have it on Dark Souls 3 and that game is like not very extensive.
Does that mean you're never going to play Dark Souls, Tim?
Nope. Does not interest me in the slightest.
Damn, I would be here for an ultimate stream, not gonna lie.
Same with Elden Ring as well. It sort of the games that I just
Elden
know
Ring was so good.
I'll just end up getting more
I
cross than
recently
annoyed
just
with it.
finished my second playthrough of it, actually.
Clean sweep. Well done. Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping.
Is that really that hard of a game?
Well, I mean, it's
Elden
a
Ring?
it's a From Software game, so yes, it's. I wouldn't say it's Sekiro hard, but it's a From Software game.
I wouldn't even say it's hard, like you just have to be... You just have to know. You know what I mean? Like, if you know certain things, these games
Yeah.
become so much easier.
Actually, also, yeah, what you would know just to save me doing a Google search. Oh, hold on, there's a Praetorian here. In Dark Souls 2, what's the name of the gigantic club hammer thingy? Like the chicken wing, I think people call it, or the turkey leg?
You mean the smelter hammer?
Is it the smelting hammer? That's like the greatest weapon in the history of video games.
Of course you would say that. I need to make a few Ultra Greatsword run again.
You haven't truly experienced Dark Souls until you use an absolutely enormous hammer with gigantic armor. So like when you dive roll, you move like 6 inches, but the ground shakes when you roll.
I have the one that just makes you flop on your back. Then you have to painstakingly get up again.
Object recovered. Good work.
Shields down.
Squad member in trouble.
But I genuinely think that most
Thank you.
of the Dark Souls or Bloodborne difficulty that new players experience is from just not knowing and therefore like running around with unupgraded gear and like doing a fraction of the damage they should be
Cover
doing.
smoke.
How did you feel about Bloodborne?
I haven't gotten past that initial thing I described with Bloodborne because I do not own a PlayStation and I only got to play it occasionally for an hour or two at a time. So with Bloodborne I am not aware. I'm in the newbie group who don't know where to find their upgrades in Bloodborne, so I can't really talk about it a lot.
Fair enough.
But the thing is, if you have low damage, the enemy has way more time to do damage to you.
Acknowledged. Let's move.
You know which? I'm scared our next news section will be an hour long with the CD. Yes, I think you're going to be right there, Craig. There's going to be loads to talk about. Oh, get off.
Shield's gone. I'm bleeding out.
Ah.
Squad member has flatlined.
My area.
Thank you.
Approaching LZ. Get moving. Squad member needs help.
Are you still playing the Captain, Tim?
No, I've not played anything this week of it. I've been doing a bit more of Mass Effect 2.
Secured. All clear. Good work.
Nice. Yeah, I've got a mod that changes all the things in Mass Effect 2, so I'm trying to finish that to do a video on it. Which games? Platinum? Have I tried Bloodborne? No, I've not played Bloodborne. Again, those kind of games that
Tim couldn't handle a From Software game.
I
Oliver guy.
couldn't. Further in experience if you've actually played D&D.
He'd
Do you
quit
mean-
after Father Gascon.
Oh, Angel, thank you very much for the super chat there.
Super chat.
Just seen the Luria poll. Evil Liara, heck yeah. Well, I said the video. I think it's quite good. I would say it's quite a good video, but yeah, it's interesting. I think is probably the right words for it. What we're doing? We're gonna have another game. Another game. Probably people won't agree with me. I should imagine, but I think if you start looking at it in a bit more detail, you might actually see where I'm coming from. Right, I'm a bit bored playing as Sorry. Let's play somebody else.
I kind of like this Corian, but
I'm going to be my little used Ocean Blue Geth, I think.
Acolyte. Who's the Acolyte?
The Acolyte's an Asari pistol.
Oh, is it?
It does huge damage to shields and barriers, but almost no damage to actual health. And you have to charge it before you fire it.
Oh, yeah, it's that one. Oh, blimey. I need like 200,000 points using it, and I've got 5,000. That's it. Oh, have I got enough money to open a crate? No, I haven't.
Also, Angel Fingers, I agree with you. I'm I don't want to say too much because I was talking about this in the Discord, and Tim told me to shut up yesterday because he was like, "I'm making a video about this. Don't talk about it." But yeah,
Why don't you? What do you think? I've just pinched all your ideas.
no. Well, I was just saying about how villains today suck. I mean, like, when was the last time anyone saw a movie or a TV show that had a villain who was interesting and layered and wasn't either just a bumbling idiot or like just mustachely twirling like Saturday morning cartoon levels of evil? Like, aha, I'm tied this woman to the railroad tracks. I mean, they're villains today are just dumb. Yeah, Logain doesn't count because he's from a video game. And also, I would almost argue with you, Matea, that Logain's not even a villain. He was doing what he thought was the right thing, and in a way, I agree with him, because Kalen was an effing idiot, pardon my French, and Duncan, being like 500 years old, should have been man enough to tell Kalen to shut up and say, "Sit down, men are talking. There's a war going on. This isn't like fantasy playtime." But just that's why I hate Duncan so much, is just he does nothing. He just, well, I have all these great ideas, but the idiot 18-year-old king said no, so I'm not even going to try to change his mind.
When you've just about had it with this shit.
No, but I mean, like, Duncan at some point, I mean, like, if he's supposedly quote-unquote Kalen's mentor, I mean, like, at some point he should have just walked up to him and backhanded him across the mouth and said, "I know you're the king, but shut the F up. There's an actual war going on. This isn't fantasy playtime hero nonsense. Like, just shut up and let us figure this out."
Boy, Tim, you got a lot of guns there, man.
Yeah, I get that, Matea, but I will fight you that Logain is not actually a villain. He's an anti-hero. He's like Deadpool.
Well, no, that's the whole point. That's what makes a good villain. Again, I talk more about it in the video, but yeah, your best villains are not the ones that actually think the villain.
Strategically sensitive location identified. Enemy forces are advancing. Secure the area.
No, see, I draw a subtle distinction there, because I would say, like, a good villain is the T-1000 from Terminator 2 or Hans Gruber from Die Hard. Logain isn't either of those things. Logain's doing what he thinks is right. Like, it's not like Logain set out to be like, I'm going to conquer Ferelden. He wanted to save Ferelden. And I 110%, even if I don't agree with it, I 110% understand why he didn't trust Orlais.
But isn't that what makes a good villain? That they have like a semi-believable or like even reasoning you can empathize with? That's just evil. Like,
Yeah,
they
it's
Yeah,
not-
have
I
a
don't
good idea,
consider that
but
evil.
the way they do it is evil.
Like, the T-1000 from Terminator 2 is evil. Hans Gruber from Die Hard is evil. Logain is not evil. He was trying to literally save his country.
Yeah, but I mean, if he sacrifices a bunch of orphans for it, he's still evil. Like, I don't know what he did.
Give me one objective. objectively give me one example of when Logain did something that was objectively evil.
don't
Everything
know, I
he
haven't
did, he
played
did
the
to
game.
try to save or Ferelden.
He pulled out his army and left the king to die. That is evil.
Yeah, because the king was an idiot. His
Well, that's-
army would have been massacred too.
That's your opinion. In your
Do you
opinion, the king is an
honestly
idiot.
think, like, tell me with a straight face, if Kalen was your son, that you wouldn't just like backhand him across the mouth and say shut up and sit down.
He's the
Grown-ups
king.
have stuff
You
to do.
can't do that to the king.
No, you can't. And Duncan, of all people, could have, because Kalen idolized the Grey Wardens. Duncan, of all people. That's why Duncan is the real villain. Because Duncan, of all people, should have told him to shut up and sit down and say grown-ups are doing stuff. Go play tea time in the corner or something. Yeah, because Logain set up a bounty on the Grey Wardens because, like, objectively, if I was in his position, I would have too. Because up to that point, the Grey Wardens were legitimately incompetent. And I don't know your feelings on Alistair, but he's kind of an idiot.
Stay alert. Enemies regrouping. Enemy forces have stolen a classified device.
That's like saying if, like I understand why people like the Krogan in Mass Effect, for example, but people like hate that the Solarians and Turians did the genophage. But like no one ever stops to think for 3 seconds that
Why did they do it?
the genophage existed, was created. It wasn't because the Turians and Solarians are like, LOL, we hate the Krogan. It was out of necessity. It was to save the galaxy. That's what Logain did to Ferelden. The Grey Wardens and Kalen were ruining it, and I can 100% understand why Logain thought that.
Good work. Now get back to the extraction zone.
But that's what makes him a great villain, is that he's brought that emotion out in you. The writer
Yeah,
has...
but he's not a villain though.
He is. He's the villain of the story. He doesn't think he is. You're not...
Is the Arbiter in Halo a villain?
How's
It's been a while since I played Halo 2.
Enemy is regrouping.
That's what I was saying, like with people like Hans Gruber from Die Hard. Like he's a villain because he's evil and he's trying to steal money and do all this. He's super interesting and layered and he's compelling, but he's still a villain. Logain is literally trying to save his country. He's not doing evil things.
Okay, now I have a good example for you. Are the Reapers villains?
No. They're
What
doing
the hell?
They're literally doing what they were created for.
Yes, and they are still evil. Because the way they do it is absolutely horrible.
So, who is the villain of Mass Effect then? In your opinion?
Sorry?
If it's not the Reapers, who is the villain in the Mass Effect series?
Honestly, for the most part, the Alliance. Or, sorry, the Council. We'll say the Council in general. But it's like, the Reapers do bad things, but they're literally just doing what they were created for. You can't really fault them for it. If a starving person steals a can of tomato soup, are they a villain?
All clear. Good work.
I mean,
No, but if
maybe.
they beat somebody to death over it, then they are.
No, well, no. Like, there's no beating anyone to death. Like, if you're absolutely starving and you stole a can of tomato soup from a grocery store, are you a villain?
No, but if you start beating the cashier to death, then you are a villain.
Yeah, well, at that point,
That's
yes,
my
then
entire
you
point.
Craig has a good point. Pretty sure enslaving elves is evil.
That, I would say. I'm not an expert on elves, but I think that's
Team member is hurt.
honestly, I love how this stream has basically become a podcast, but instead of all sitting in the same room together, we all sit in the same game session together.
Only one more enemy.
There's a lot of evil in a lot of places, but most people, I don't think, recognize it, or either that or they just accept it.
One of our agents didn't make it out. He dropped off his intel in a drone. Get it all. Drone is live.
If you eat the stolen can of soup while still in the market, you are considered a gangster here in the States.
Yeah, I agree with that, Angel. But I mean, it's like, I don't know if anyone here has ever watched the show Arrow on the CW, but there's a scene when he confronts Ra's al Ghul, and he's like, "You're evil, you're a monster, you kill people," and Ra's al Ghul just says, "No, I don't kill people, I replace evil with death, and the world is better off for it." And it's just like, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of hard to argue with. I mean, like, he's got a point.
You don't have to be evil to be the villain. I think that's probably where the lines are getting blurred.
Well, at that point, then, you're not even really talking about evil and good, you're just talking about people on opposing sides.
Yeah.
Some fine work, team. Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping. Bogeys incoming.
You do have to be evil to be a villain.
But your intentions don't have to be evil.
I don't think you have to be evil. Like, I think people need to separate the terms evil and villain, because they're not mutually exclusive. You can be one without being the other.
Yeah, like the Batarians, for example. They're evil, but they're not. But they are not a evil.
Yeah, like the Reapers are villains, but they're not.
But they're
evil.
not evil.
Yeah.
Well, at least from their point of view.
It's like as annoying and as cliche as the Star Child's speech is at the end of the third game. He's got a point where he's like, is a forest fire evil? Like, is fire evil? No, it's like, no, it's just doing what it does.
I mean, that is true to an extent, but the Reapers can technically think about what they're doing because they are very intelligent. More intelligent than human beings, supposedly.
Well done, team.
Well, yeah, because clearly the Reapers are the vanguards of our destruction.
Bogeys incoming.
I mean, I have run 4 simulations, and in 1 out of 4 they actually are.
Oh, somebody behind me.
Honestly, I think we should have never found out about the Reaper's incentive. Because that just made them less interesting. Like, understanding the Reapers made them less interesting in my opinion.
The Leviathans were pretty cool, but yeah, I tend to agree. Like, the mystery was the most interesting part.
But then wouldn't you feel that it had been unresolved if you hadn't found out what?
Okay, here's a good question. Is Thanos a villain?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
How is Thanos a villain? He's saved literally... it's like I've said before, I honestly don't even understand why they made Endgame, because Thanos already won in Infinity War at the end.
Because the villain can't win.
He's not a villain, though.
But he is though. He does evil things.
Yeah.
Like he killed half the universe.
He
I mean,
balanced
he did it for a
the
good
universe.
cause, but he still killed half the people and made a lot of people very upset.
Yeah, but he brought balance. That was the whole point. Like, if you want to talk like villains, would be like people like Malekith or Doomsday or whatever. But like Thanos, or what was the guy from Black Panther? Killmonger. He's also not a villain. I mean, like, it's like Thanos brought balance. He was trying to save the universe. If anything, the villain is Star-Lord, because even if you sided with the good guys, his temper tantrum in Infinity War literally had made another movie have to happen. Yeah, so Peter Quill is the official villain of the MCU.
That's just a flawed protagonist.
How is a flawed protagonist any different than like what I was talking about with like Logain being an anti-hero and not quote-unquote a villain?
I mean, because he did the right thing in the end. Well, the expected right thing.
Okay, here, let me flip the tables on you. Is Deadpool a hero?
No.
No.
Because he never starts doing the perceived right thing.
He eventually gets the right thing done in the end, though, so wouldn't that, by your logic, make him a hero?
No, because of his methods. Because his methods are only murder. And only murder is not necessarily a very heroic method. Like it's the same shit with Batman. Like we all can agree that Batman's no killing policy makes zero sense and makes basically more people get hurt than necessary, right?
Yeah, because sometimes, it's like Morgan says, sometimes you heal patients, sometimes you execute dangerous people. Both help.
Yeah, exactly. But he still has the whole he's killing people shtick because he's a hero. It's like fuck. It's like with D&D alignments. Like if you have the good alignment, no matter what the outcome is, you are a hero technically.
No, I know, that's like the famous meme where it's like Paladin, where it's like lawful good doesn't mean lawful nice. Sometimes you have to kill people. And again, that's like getting back to my like root point.
Deadpool's definitely not a hero. He's not.
The enemy has established a communication array.
I mean, it's a very
We're running out of time.
technical debate to be having in any case. Like it's just a matter of labels in the end.
I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of comments on this video telling me how
Which
wrong I am.
again is getting back to my original point that
No, that is
being
wonderful.
a villain
Creating engagement.
being a bad and being being a villain and being evil aren't the same thing. They're two different things.
Yeah, because being a villain requires you to act evil.
Squad member has flatlined.
Ah, stepped on. Too busy looking at the chat.
Half are disabled. Keep going.
Like, the way I see it, like, no matter how good your intentions, if you do the perceived bad thing, in order to reach your goals, you are a villain.
Okay, so in the Bring Down the Sky DLC in Mass Effect 1, do you think it's worthwhile to let Balak leave to save the 6 hostages he has?
Here, look, I've just done a quick Google search. And it says, so while yes, the dictionary definition of the word villain includes the terms cruel and evil, in fiction, a villain can be a villain without being evil or a cruel person. It all comes down to the choices they make. And in this case, a villain is a person who consciously chooses to work against the protagonist. It's our job to determine their motivation is to figure it out if they are truly evil or not.
See, I disagree with that because I don't think working against the protagonist makes you an antagonist. But that doesn't. Being an antagonist
Yes,
doesn't.
no, that's the very definition
Yeah.
of an antagonist. He's anti the protagonist.
Yeah, but being an antagonist doesn't necessarily mean you're necessarily evil.
Well, apparently the book says it does. I am sorry, but the Codex Astartes does not agree with this course of action.
Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload.
It's out of my hands now. I'm sorry.
Shuttle inbound. Get to the LC.
Is the Joker a villain or evil?
Oh, he's both.
Matea's got a point.
See, Matea knows how it is.
Team member is hurt. Help is on the way. Reposition to LZ. Team member is hurt.
Thank you.
Team member is hurt.
Thank you.
My whole point, I guess, is just that you can be a bad guy and not be evil. I mean, like those are two different things.
Yes. That nobody argued against that.
Which is like my whole point, like with Logain or the Elusive Man, at least in Mass Effect 2. They were bad guys, but they weren't evil. It's like even Garrus says in Mass Effect 3 in his famous quote, ruthless calculus of war speech. Would you let 10 billion people over here die so that 20 billion people over there could live? I mean, I think most people would, if their backs are up against the wall.
Right, well, blimey, look at the time. Are we, do you want to finish up with the bronze?
Yeah, we can do it bronze. It's like if I asked you this, is Liara as the Shadow Broker, is she evil?
No, but from the right perspective, she would be a villain.
Oh, sorry, you wanted to come in for the bronze match?
Oh, sure, if you have space. If you don't have space, I'm fine too.
You want me to jump out, Tim?
No, it's alright. I think Diana's jumped out anyway. And she's not fond of bronze matches.
All right.
Too easy for her.
So if we are playing bronze, I can start pulling out the real cheesy classes. I have to think about this real well. What is the biggest cheese I can? Oh yeah.
So at that dark voice, is a villain and an antagonist the same thing? According to Oxford Cambridge Dictionary.
Okay, here's my question to that. Okay, so if you compare Loghain in Dragon Age Origins to Liara after she becomes the Shadow Broker, are they not minor, plus or minus a couple things, essentially the same person?
I could not tell you, even if I wanted to, because I haven't played Dragon Age.
How have you not played Dragon Age?
How have you played Dragon Age? Counter question.
I've played Dragon Age because it's basically... I enjoy Dragon Age because it's basically Skyrim with boobs.
You clearly haven't played enough Skyrim.
Oh,
Or
I've played a lot of
time.
Skyrim.
Or spent enough time on
I've been an
certain
Argonian
websites.
werewolf. Like, have you been an Argonian werewolf?
No, I have never been an Argonian.
You have not truly played... Actually, not even just Skyrim. You've never played an Elder Scrolls game if you have not been an Argonian werewolf.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, Chief.
Also, apparently Craig, from what I recall, hates Skyrim because it doesn't have enough cutscenes.
We need you to take back some lost ground. We have hostile forces in an unsecured area. We need it locked down.
Understood.
Oh,
I love how Tim banned me from being an Asari, and he's been an Asari the entire afternoon.
Wait, why are you banned from being an Asari?
it's bad
Because
luck.
apparently they're cursed. Although I am an Asari right now, but it's bronze, so like, even if it is cursed, it's bronze, so I'll fail my way to a win.
If somebody of you is going to close the reactor while I'm in it, I'm gonna be very upset because I have no sound and can't.
How about we just say, nobody closed the reactor ever?
Sounds like a deal to me. Because I have no in-game sound and I cannot hear the reactor. It's the price I paid for being able to talk to you guys.
I once tried to play Skyrim, ran into a bug, in some cave, got soft locked, rage quit the game, never opened it again. The only problem I have with Skyrim is that there's so much other stuff that I do. I'll spend hours and hours building a house and going off on some side quest and then not completely ignoring the main quest and then getting bored. So I've still
Didn't
never
you
finished it.
say that the last time you played Skyrim, you built a house and then adopted 2 kids just so you could be mean to them? Maybe Tim is the real antagonist.
No, that would
Or
be the
villain.
Would I be the villain?
Also, to pick up on your earlier question, I think you can be an antagonist without being a villain. And that is if you are a friendly rival type character who doesn't do evil stuff, but just has conflict with the antagonist.
They got me!
Team
like, okay, Gary Oak is technically a villain because he's like an asshole to his Pokemon or something.
You mean from Pokemon?
I think, yes. Or is he? I don't know. I don't actually remember.
No, clearly you don't know the honored Pokemon tradition of when you start a new game, you change his name to Asphalt.
Oh, I meant in the anime, not in the games. Oh, nay. Get off the floor. Get up. Your duty is not done, brother.
My only thing with Skyrim is, like, I understand what Tim said, like, is like the current playthrough I'm doing, I'm like level 36 and I haven't even talked to the Greybeards yet because it's like you just always get distracted doing other stuff. And you, like,
Also-
never play the main story.
Also,
But-
climbing the throat of the world is a real pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, you try it, especially if you have the Dwarven Rocket Boots mod. But anyway, my only thing with Skyrim is I always felt the final battle with Alduin was like super anticlimactic. Because I mean, like the first time you fight a dragon, it's like this super duper epic thing just outside Whiterun. But by the time you actually get to Alduin, you've probably killed like 65 dragons, and he's just basically a slightly stronger dragon.
Yeah, and he can make meteors. Because, yep, meteors. Yep, rock. I mean, in fairness, space rocks are quite fearsome.
I think I agree with Dark Voice. We're all the villains.
True.
Alright, here's a question for you though. Dark Voice, do you have the... I can never remember what it's called, but do you have the DLC that lets you go back to Ostagar in Dragon Age Origins? Do you know what it's called, Tim?
Yeah, Return to Ostagar.
Sorry, what?
Return to Ostagar.
Oh, is that actually just what it's called? I thought it had like a fancy name.
Stop!
Alright, so Dark Voice, when you go back to Ostagar, what do you do with Kaelin's body? Do you leave it just laying there so the Darkspawn can just eat it? Do you pull it down so that the wolves can eat it? Or do you do like the huge, big, time-consuming proper funeral thing for him?
Enemy is regrouping. Bogeys incoming.
Spotted him!
Oh, so you do the...
Super
Okay.
chat.
I'm not so disrespectful or unkind that I would just leave him there for the Darkspawn. But I normally just take him down and then, like, leave him in a pile for wolves or whatever the option is. But I can't bring myself to spend the time to do, like, this big, long, ostentatious funeral thing for him.
Ah, Hollywood guy. Thank you so much. Appreciated. Here's something for you. Keep up stream and tell Manning that Shepard is a villain.
Well, Shepard will...
From the
Depending on how
Batarian's
you
point
play.
of view, he's an absolute villain.
Shepard killed 300,000 Batarians. They're definitely a villain.
That's definitely evil.
Yeah, but it delayed a Reaper invasion by 6 months. So is it not evil? Ooh.
It's not evil, but he's still
It's
a villain.
almost like everything I've been saying for the past 2 hours has a point.
No, that is everything I've been saying. What are you talking about?
Everything I've been saying too. It's like Hans Gruber is evil. Loghain is not.
Yes, and Shepard is also not evil, but he's still a villain.
I think Matea's right. Hollywood guy wins the argument there. Definitely.
Sniper
I missed that. What did Hollywood guy say?
Hal Shepherd is the villain.
Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna call Logain a villain, then Shepard's a villain because he or she killed 300,000 Batarians to save the galaxy.
Yes.
Here they come.
I would never have argued against that. Oh shit!
Yeah, there's a lot of brutes over there. Be careful.
I was more.
Even
scared
for
by
a bronze match, there's a lot of brutes over there.
by the undead Asari jump scare. Actually, I think I'm lagging out again. My biotic effects, they do not be effective.
I would argue with you though that Paragon Shepard can be a villain too, though.
Squad member needs help.
Don't forget, Paragon Shepard unintentionally restarts the Krogan rebellions.
Squad member has flatlined.
Down!
Squad member needs help.
Thanks!
And yeah, that's another thing. I mean, just look at the mission where you rescue the Morden's assistant. Like,
See though, the thing though, Matea, like I've said it before and I'll say it again, literally everything bad that happens at Redcliffe is a direct result of the Chantry and the Templars being dicks.
Confirm reports of a
Like, if the Chantry didn't exist and they actually treated mages like normal people, then Arl Lehman's wife would have never needed to secretly hire a blood mage to teach her son because she didn't want him to be quote-unquote kidnapped and taken away.
I love just how much you're willing to die on that hill. I mean, it's a good hill to die on, don't get me wrong.
I mean, like, that's not
But
even
I just
debatable.
love your enthusiasm.
halfway through. Maintain the gag.
Jowan did bad things, but everything he did, he literally only did so he could survive. And I find it hard to fault him for that because, like with my can of soup example, we would all do whatever we needed to in order to survive.
Ah, I forgot.
Watch out for the Ravager.
Ah, I'm lagging again.
I'm here. Nice work!
See though, Dark Voice, like, what exactly is wrong with being a blood mage? Like, it's like people are like, oh, everyone's like, oh my god, you could become an abomination, but it's like people use the word abomination like boogeyman. Then when you actually see an abomination, you're like, yeah, I mean, I guess they're kind of scary, but they're not super terrible or anything.
Yeah, like the Reaper things in the Cerberus DLC. Like, holy shit, do people hype those things
Yeah,
up?
blood magic attracts demons, yes, but I mean, like, everything in life leads to something. And blood magic, I mean, like, the power, I think, is worth the risk. It's like it's like in Mass Effect, like, Caden is plagued with, like, super duper migraines, but he's also a biotic. And I mean, like, yeah, I would trade headaches for that power. I mean, like, who wouldn't?
Oh, yeah. Space telepathy is just too cool to pass up on. Well, it's a close call. Like if it were a less good hour, I would not trade it for bike rates.
Watch it!
Yep, my graphics card is doing a number on me again. Oh. Oh, sorry, Cyber Sky, I mistook you for a request.
Headshot!
I defy anyone in chat to give me one valid reason as to why Jowen is a bad person. Everything he did out of love because he was trying to save his girlfriend, and then his girlfriend killed herself because she was like, "Oh, blood magic's so evil. Oh my god." Like Jowen's like such a tragic figure.
Team member offline.
Where is this Ravager?
It's at the other side of the door.
Okay, I'm just gonna nuke it. Hold on.
No, don't do it. Oh.
It's like in Star Wars how, like, the Sith code literally says that passion and hard work are more important than what your species is, or what your gender is, or where you were born, or what your social standing is, or anything like that. Like, how, like, it's just, like, that's such an empowering, awesome ideal. I don't get how anyone can not appreciate that.
Because they still fail to live up to it.
Enemy is still active. Stay alert.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the Jedi are all, like, hippie communists in bathrobes who want everyone to join their cult.
Enemies inbound.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Matea, but again, he's not a bad person. Like, I feel sympathy for him, and I wish I could kick Arl Eamon in the ass and let him force him to let Jowen out of jail, specifically because Jowen's not a bad person. Just like how the Lady of the Forest isn't a bad person, and I always side with the werewolves because the Dalish elves, for the most part, not all of them, but for the most part, are dicks. Especially, I can never remember his name, but especially the leader. Holding on to like a 500-year-old grudge is probably the most evil thing in the entire part of that section of the game.
40k dwarves, I mean Warhammer dwarves have entered the chat.
Zathrian, that's it. I'm gonna have to remember that. But again, him holding on to like a 500-year-old grudge or whatever it is the most evil part of that entire part of the game. Like, I don't understand how do you not feel sympathy for the werewolves? Like, we're talking about like 100 generations after the fact, and he's still cursing them, even though he can stop it at any time he wants.
Wait, Tim, I'm gonna get you. Or at least I hope so.
Be quick.
I'm here.
Yeah, whew. Close. Thanks.
Your duty is not done, brother. I love that line. An unreasonable amount. Oh, holy shit.
In regards to the werewolves as well,
I got you.
you have to do it in a certain way for them, in order to save the woman that wants you to, the werewolf that wants you to kill her. But there is a way to do it. basically you can't meet her until you've cured the werewolves. If I remember correctly.
Are you talking about the one elf's wife
Yeah.
that he asked you to look for?
Yeah, because she gives you a scarf to pass on to him.
Scarf.
Yeah. But there is a way to save her.
I did not know that. Alright, my phone just died, so I can't see chat anymore, but I'll try to keep up.
Or maybe even the second one, or a third one. I don't know how many monsters
Run into it.
you have or don't have. Wait, I'll get you. Oh, that's problematic. Oh, nay. Oh.
Squad member down.
How did I get out of there alive?
I built this character purely for damage, but I clearly should have given her some extra health.
Did you know you do significantly more damage while you are alive?
Clear.
Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload. A ship went down in this area carrying a canister of classified technology.
I'm just saying, my favorite way to play Dragon Age, and I'm going to, again, I can't see chat, but I'll rewatch this later to see how people disagree with me, is you defile the ashes and side with Fulgrim's cult. You side with the werewolves over the Dalish Shelves. You save the Anvil of the Void because golems are awesome. And then you basically, you get Morgan pregnant with the Antichrist and the Blight, and then leave through the portal to the Netherworld with her. And that's like the most Chad gangster way to play Origins.
Huh?
Keeping Them Alive is never really in the game. There was a Dragon Age podcast that I used to listen to, and he detailed how you do it, but it's like a series of events that you've got to follow. If you get any one of them wrong, like you say, that she either dies or is assumed dead.
Get up, go ahead.
Oh, and also you save Loghain and tell Alistair to F off.
Oh, nay.
Are you sure this is a bronze match?
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
Don't think it is. I don't think I changed it down to a bronze match.
Run.
Okay, I'm gonna climb up the ladder. Please try to make sure nothing shoots me in the back.
Yeah, I'm my best.
So we usually finish by now, aren't we?
Yeah, this does not feel like bronze.
In before it is, we're all just bad.
Yeah, we got way too many credits for this to be bronzed.
Okay. Will I have to pick myself up, or do you have me?
I can't get you. I got a Banshee and a Broodon.
Fair enough, I'll pick myself up. Oh, nay.
And somehow the Banshee. I don't even know what took me down.
I have to.
Thank you.
That Tim has got this set on platinum.
Unlikely, but I'll just.
Yeah, Darvos, I've just had a look at the wiki myself, because say if he said it, then it would be on there. And yeah, that's what they say. It's the way of getting the scarf, isn't it?
I
Without
can't even
actually
get my
killing her.
shields back. Thank you.
Behind you.
Just you now, Manning.
There's no way that
Brute
Ravager
and a
hit me.
Banshee and whatchamacallit.
The Brute's almost dead. Okay.
Squad member needs help.
Where is this Ravager coming from? Like, seriously.
Down there.
I know, but like, it's got infinite range. And I was just gonna say, I
He's down
just
the
got
stairs.
the Brute.
He's downstairs.
No, I know, but like, I'm dead now.
Wave 10
I
as
was
well.
just gonna say, I just got the Brute, and I was gonna go hide, and like, the Ravager just, I don't even know where it was. But it hit me from like a million. Yeah, it was not bronze, Tim.
Apologies. I got distracted before I changed the.
Unlucky.
But that brings us to the end of this week's live stream. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Thank you so much to Angel and Hollywood Guy for the super chats. Much appreciated. And thank you for playing. We've had Orsar, Curtis, Manning, and Diana. It's always a pleasure to play with you all. Back again next week for some more Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. Do look out for the Liara video. I should imagine that you're probably all going to completely disagree with me now after tonight's conversation. But put it in the comments as well. Let everybody else know. Matea, thank you so much for hanging out here with us. We've had Dark Voice here. Thank you for coming. Terry's been here. Hollywood Guy, thank you so much. And Craig, thank you for looking after the chat for me. Hopefully we'll get you on next week. And have a great week. Take care. And we'll see you next time. Thank you very much.